Welcome to Storytime with Herbal Roots zine. I'm Kristine Brown, and today I'm going to read to you a story I wrote for my Herbal Roots zine from issue number 3, Vivacious Violet. The fun violet-colored blooms are one of the first flowers to appear in my yard every spring. It's a yearly tradition to collect the blossoms and make violet jelly, which is my oldest daughter's favorite jelly to make. All parts of this plant are useful for medicine. Violet is cooling and moistening in action. Violet leaves and flowers are also edible. The leaves contain double the amount of the recommended daily allowance of vitamins A and C. The flowers and leaves can be made into a cough syrup to help relieve coughs. Leaves can be made into a poultice to apply directly to skin issues such as eczema and psoriasis, pimples, sores, burns, and so on. An infused oil or salve can be made from the leaves to be also applied similarly. A gargle from the leaves can be helpful for infections of the throat and in the mouth. And that's just a few things that violet can be used for. Today's story is How Violet Got Her Showy Flowers. A long time ago, before the stars were born, but after the rainbow was born, there was a little flower who was plain and shy. In fact, she was so unnoticeable that her flower color was the same as her leaves. She was so shy that she bloomed in the fall instead of the spring, too. That way, while every living being was looking up at the beautiful colors of the falling leaves, they wouldn't notice her spreading her seeds. Year after year this went on. This poor little flower was so unhappy. She wanted desperately to make some friends, but didn't know how to. Her little green flower head bent over and cried her little seed tears. Sister Rainbow heard this little flower's despair and reached out to her. "Tell me, little flower, why do you cry so?" The little flower held back a tear and said, "Because I have no friends. No one loves me, and I am so lonely and unnoticed. I wish to have a friend and for other living beings to notice me." "Why, I find that hard to believe," said Sister Rainbow. "Your leaves are the shapes of hearts, which means you have a lot of love to give." "I do," insisted the little flower, "but just look at my flowers. They're so drab and boring. I try to reach out and make friends, but nobody notices me." Sister Rainbow thought for a moment. "Go to sleep, little flower. When you wake up, cloudbursts, gentle spring rain will fall upon you. When Brother Sun's rays shine down upon you, I will cross between the rain and the rays to bring you a present." So the little flower went to sleep. All winter long she slept. Early in the spring, she felt Brother Sun's rays upon her roots, and she sprang up from Mother Earth, eagerly awaiting for cloudbursts, gentle spring rain. Then, one day, she heard the familiar rumble of thunder and knew Cloudburst was on his way. As the first drops fell, the little flower uncurled her leaves and felt the gentle rain upon them. She smiled bravely up, anticipating Brother Sun's rays and the gift that Sister Rainbow had promised her last autumn. At last, Cloudburst parted a bit and Brother Sun's rays shone down. As the little flower felt the warm rays upon her, a brilliant light filled the air. Sister Rainbow was back. As the little flower looked up, she saw raindrops of violet falling down upon her. Her heart-shaped leaves tingled with excitement, and suddenly she felt a bursting inside of her. And when she looked back up, she saw glorious violet flowers bursting above her leaves. "Is it really me?" she exclaimed to Sister Rainbow. "Yes, it is, my dear," said Sister Rainbow. You now shall have beautiful violet blossoms burst from your roots in the spring." The little flower was so happy she bent her violet blossoms over to look at herself in the puddle next to her. She beamed with pride. All the living creatures around came to admire this new flower. "Why, look at Violet!" they exclaimed. From then on, the shy little flower, who still sent out her seeds in the autumn when no one was looking, was known as Violet. I hope you enjoyed today's story about Violet. If you'd like to learn more about this wonderful plant, I have an ebook about Violet, and you can find the link in the description below. Violet is also a part of my year-long course called New to Herbs, which features 13 herbs over the course of a year. Thanks for visiting Herbal Roots for Storytime, and I'll see you next time.